I know it's a cliche expression, and we've heard it many times before, but it's so true. You go woke, you go broke.
It doesn't feel pity, but remorse.
You won't let me live. You won't let me die. The world needs you.
What's going on, everybody? Eric here, also known as Crazy Crab, and today going to talk a little bit about Collider. I just heard this news that Collider is changing a bunch of their programming. They're getting rid of pretty much all their Star Wars related shows like Jedi Council and a few others. No more of that stuff. Why? Because it wasn't getting much attention. It wasn't getting, at least compared to their subscriber count, it wasn't those type of videos. We're not doing well. We're not performing well. We're obviously not making enough money to pay all these people who talk Star Wars. What is going on and why is this going on? Collider used to be it for geek culture, for Star Wars. You go to Collider. They were one of the channels that inspired me to start a YouTube channel. And there were several others, and I'll mention some of them, most of which I don't watch anymore. Because a lot of them went down a similar path. The path of political correctness. The path of not being totally honest. The path of playing it safe. And not letting your true feelings be freaking known. And it all goes back to The Last Jedi. Last Jedi comes out. There's a bunch of Star Wars channels, many of which are successful, most of which are just not successful. My channel just opened up at that time, so obviously was not successful because it was brand new, but there was a lot of channels that were struggling for years, trying to get notoriety, trying to build, couldn't get anywhere. Geeks and Gamers, perfect example. Not that they weren't anywhere, but compared to where they are now, yes, they were completely struggling. A lot of channels were. The Last Jedi comes out. This movie, now, don't get me wrong, if you want to come out and put a review on the movie and give it a positive review or even say the things you liked about it, I mean, of course, that's not a problem. Nobody cares about that. But here's the thing. You're going to come out and act like there's nothing wrong with this movie, that it's awesome or it's great and all that, and there's no problems with the movie, which of course there are many problems with the movie, which I'm not going to get on into all those problems here because we know about them all, but one of the main ones is, of course, it completely disregarded the previous movie. But anyway, that aside, fine. You want to say a good thing? You want to say you liked the movie or whatever? Give it a positive review. Give it a positive review. It's all good. Then the insults start coming out to all of us fans who were unhappy with The Last Jedi. Insults like racism, calling us racist, calling us sexist, calling us this and calling us that, calling us this. John Campea coming out, and he was not part of Collider at this time. He had his own channel, but he comes out talking about, I'm getting tired of these mother effers who don't like Rose Tico just because she's Asian. And I'm like, who said this? Show the clip. Show the clip. Show the post. Quote somebody. Who said that? Nobody. Nope. To this day. To this day, I haven't seen even one post, one video, one person say, God, why did they cast an Asian? We don't want no Asians up in the Star Wars universe. Nobody. Nobody. So they're going with this narrative instead of just saying, she's not a very good character, or saying, you know what, I liked Rose Tico, but you know, most people don't. That's all you got to say. If you liked her, say it. That's it. But no, we were called racist. We were called sexist. And then Collider, they went full force. They went full shill. And if you don't believe that, the proof is a few months back when Christian Harloff did not get free passes to go to Star Wars. I don't even know the name of the theme park. What was it called? Anyway, the Star Wars theme parks, the new parks. How do I not know the freaking name of the freaking theme park? That's how memorable that theme park is. I forgot the name of the freaking theme park. Christian Harloff did not get passes to go. And he was so mad and furious. And he said, I've worked my ass off being a Star Wars fan for the last 5 years. Thank you. That's exactly what you did. You worked your ass off being a Star Wars fan. If you're a true fan, you don't work your ass off. You're just a fan. You love it. You love talking about it. You love letting your true opinions be known. But when you have to work your ass off to make sure you say the right things, make sure you kiss up to the right people, make sure you do the politically correct thing that you think is going to help grow your brand, which in reality, it does the opposite. But that's fine. You worked your ass off being a Star Wars fan, as you say. That's exactly what Christian Harloff and Collider did for years, coming after the fans who disliked The Last Jedi, bringing all these people onto their channel to talk about how racist the fans of Last Jedi are, talking about things like, we got to bring in more diversity, we got to do all this and that, and this and the other. Of course, normal thinking person does not care about, skin color, but that's just it. We don't consider things based on skin color. If I'm going to bring someone onto my program or my YouTube channel or whatever, the last thing I do is, and let me check out your skin color here. What's your color of your skin? Okay, what's your gender now? Because those are the two main things I'm taking into account before I bring you on. That's called racism. That's called sexism. I don't think they get that. The opposite of racism and sexism is, hey, you sound really knowledgeable. You sound like you know what you're doing. You seem like you'd be a great fit. Come on. Do you want to know my skin color? What the fuck? No, I don't care what the hell does that matter? That's nothing to do with it. You want to know my gender? Are we going to do something in bed? No? Oh, then I don't care. So there you go. It doesn't matter. Those things do not matter. And that's why Collider, part of why they went downhill. The other thing about it is, though, if we put all that stuff aside, there are a lot of channels that I used to follow that talk Star Wars, that seemed pretty honest, it seemed pretty legit. The Last Jedi comes out, and all of a sudden, it's like, again, you can give it a good review, you can give it a mixed review, whatever you want. That's fine. But you can tell that they're trying to steer away from covering what's really happening here with Star Wars. Trying to, it's one thing to stay positive, but it's another thing to not criticize at all this company that is absolutely atrocious by any standards. I don't even think it's an opinion anymore. You can like the movies, but can you really come out and say, oh no, Kathleen Kennedy really handled Star Wars well. She really knocked it out of the park with this thing. And that trilogy was awesome. That trilogy is just beautiful. Is that even an opinion anymore? Clearly it was a complete train wreck. Clearly the movies had nothing to do with each other. Clearly there was absolutely no plan. Clearly these people don't really care about Star Wars at all, even if you liked the movies for whatever reason, because you like, pretty stuff on screen, which is what it did have pretty stuff on screen, whatever. Maybe you liked the characters in The Force Awakens and you just wanted to see them, regardless of how well they were developed, regardless of whatever, you just wanted to see them and you had fun. Hey, awesome, man. If you had fun and you liked it, you enjoyed it, fine. But you can't come out here and act like there's nothing wrong with Star Wars. And then channels that I used to watch, like Hello Greedo, and I'm not coming after him personally, but I'm just saying I stopped watching his channel as much because I could tell it's just fluff, It's just like, I want to see you come out and talk positives and negatives. And don't talk about how you're more level-headed and you're more, all that than, say, Geeks and Gamers and say all these channels in the Fandom Menace. Like we're not level-headed. We're level-headed too. We're common sense too. We're telling the truth. If something is garbage, we're going to say it's garbage. If there's a problem, we're going to say there's a problem. Level-headed is not just like, well, everything's fine no matter what, and I'm not going to. No. And maybe you think that's not good for your brand, but it is good for your brand. And if Hello Greedo would have came out with the same energy he did when he went after the prequels and when he went after the special editions, oh man, he'd have 400, 500,000 subscribers by now. Instead, he's still around 200 grand last time I looked. And I don't mean to go after him again. I'm just saying, Collider, Hello Greedo, different channels, Star Wars Explained, oh God. All these channels, they didn't want to come out and say, you can do it in a, non-confrontational way. Look at Star Wars Theory. Star Wars Theory, to me, that his channel is just complete honesty, but he continued to make his videos, his theory videos about Star Wars. He continued to talk about the truth about how, hey man, I don't like this new The Last Jedi movie. Here's the problems with it. Here's the things I liked about it. I don't like the direction Star Wars is going, but at the same time, there are some positives, and then, he tells you the truth. He comes out, he says he loved The Rise of Skywalker, tells you the positive, tells you the negatives, all that, still puts out his video, but he doesn't act like there's nothing wrong with Star Wars. And guess what? He's got freaking 2 million subs. That's all those channels had to do, but no, they went down a different path. And by the way, Star Wars Theory has never called anyone racist, never called anyone sexist, never gone after anyone, never brought those kind of people on the channel, and never catered to SJWs from my knowledge. You want to try to cater to SJWs? You want to try to cater to those people? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to say something wrong one day, and they're all going to turn on you because they don't care about Star Wars. They don't care about what you're talking about. They don't care about any of that. They care about one thing only, being outraged. And they will be outraged no matter what. They'll find something to be outraged about. The second you say something that they could even twist around to be controversial, they will twist it around. So what do you guys think about Collider going down? They're not completely going down, but people are going to be losing their job. They're going to be taking away all their Star Wars programming. It sounds pretty bad over there. What happened? What happened to them? Why hasn't Hello Greedo grown a little bit? Why is he still around the same sub count he was when The Last Jedi come out? What happened? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's got more subs. I'm not saying he hasn't, but still, he has definitely not grown like he did before. What's going on here? I think we all know what's going on, but let me know if I'm wrong below. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks again for checking out the channel. My name is Eric, also known as Crazy Crab. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to be talking entertainment, doing movie reviews and all that all year long, right here in 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. You have a fantastic day. Talk to you next time. See ya.